Hello and welcome to my basic Three Hopes Myrmidon guide. So Myrmidon is one of the 4 base classes or starting classes that you generally won't be in for too long, but it's still good to know it because some of the more advanced classes are similar to Myrmidon, and also I want to get all of our bases covered. So what we're going to be doing is going over all the basic attacks, the starter abilities that this class tends to have, as well as its 5th attack for when you master it. So to begin, we'll just go over the basic X attacks, the basic Y attacks. So you have your first 3 hits, just like with most starter classes, are just like kind of 3 lower damage hits that can kind of like stagger enemies a little bit, but it doesn't really push them around too much. It kind of holds them still, so you can finish the chain. Then your 4th hit is a kind of like horizontal launcher that pushes things back, so it's kind of like that, just kind of knocks dudes back. Your basic X attack is kind of like Link's attack from like Zelda, where he does like the spinning sword attack, and then you can actually hold X to charge it, so it deals more damage. And you also run faster while doing this, so this can be useful just to get around the map. And then once you release, it does pretty good damage. Alright, so let's try out the different charges. So basic hit, 118, and then it goes from yellow to like orangish, and it does more damage when it's orange. Let me see if I can hit the yellow. I think that was like a crit. Okay, there we go. So the damage between charging it to yellow and just using it is negligible. It doesn't change anything. The damage increase comes from when it's been charged fully. So that's one thing to know about that. Your basic YX, like with most classes, is a launcher. Then you can also combo an X out of that. So like YXX. Is this counterattack? Well, let me see something about this. Okay, I think I was just getting random crits. It was hard to tell if I was getting like a counterattack or not, or if I was just getting random crits, but it seems it was just random crits. Alright, so let's do a YYX. So that's just kind of like a basic combo. It's just like 2 hits with like a small launcher. Then YYYX is a downward smash. So just like with the soldier class, what you can do is if there's a very dangerous enemy that attacks a lot, you can like start to build it up and then take that attack to them, so you can kind of be a little bit safer. For the attack skills, let's go over those really quick, or the combat arts rather. You usually start off with Wrath Strike and Grounder. They both deal kind of lower damage. They have low durability cost, and their cooldown is quite low. So Grounder is obviously good against flyers, and then Wrath Strike breaks opponent's guard. So both of them are situationally good. So let's check those out. Okay, so that was Grounder. Let's do Wrath Strike. So Wrath Strike's just like a big downward hit, and then Grounder's kind of like, it's like 3-hit combo that pushes enemies back after the 3rd hit occurs. So pretty basic stuff. You could easily combo into these. Kind of like that. Alright, so those are the basic attacks. Let's check out the A attack just for fun. Big combo. Finishes with a huge smash. Huge meteor. I like how they call it a plunging attack on certain things. I would call it a meteor. I think that makes more sense. Especially if you come from like fighting games. Alright, so let's check out the passives and the learned abilities and all that. Okay, so alright, Rebellious Spirit, Sword, Prowess, Flash Strike. That's for Ferdinand. Now he's obviously best on like a spear user or a spear class. You can see he has like a boon to Cav, so he's better off on that. But let's check out Purpal here. The main Shez, rather. speed +2, sword prowess, flash strike. So sword prowess, flash strike are going to be very common. The first ability changes on a lot of these units. Let's check out this boy. Yuritsa, let's see what he gets. So he also has Rebellious Spirit, Sword Prowess, Grounder. So he probably starts off with Flash Strike. Most of the learned combat arts, it's just like in a different order. Or if it's like something like a wind attack versus like a fire attack, it'll be similar in function, but it'll be like a different element. So some things to consider. And just for the hell of it, let's see what Manuela gets. So she actually has the exact same, or no, not the exact same. She has the speed +2 and the Sword Prowess, and then she gets Grounder, but she probably already starts off with Flash Strike. So the basic starting abilities are, you know, decent. Obviously, if you were going to run some kind of sword class, you would want this. Speed +2. So you'd want to master this. And obviously, you want to master things just so that you have all the abilities you can. Like, you know, having Grounder could be situationally useful. Most spear enemies will either be... I guess the Pegasus Knights will always probably be spear. And the Wyvern Lords and Wyvern Knights will probably be axes. So if you could get Grounder, you could get weapon counter plus class counter, so that'd be pretty big damage. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to Myrmidon. It's pretty simple. It's a really basic starting class. Oh yeah, let me show you the 5 move combo. So we'll go over the differences. So you get like that extra hit in. So here's the 4 move combo. 1, 2, 3, 4. It just kind of ends with like a sweep. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, is there a 6th hit? There seems to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you actually get 6 hits. That's interesting. Let me see if Ferdinand just has 4. Yeah, he just has 4. So you actually get 6 hits. That's cool. 3, 4. Let's hit fodder. 4, 5, 6. So you actually get a 6-hit combo. That's interesting instead of 5. So that's kind of cool. That's something unique to the class. Let's go over the tutorial information just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Yeah, so it's swords are strong against axes, very standard. Yeah, I hit all that, and then press and hold during a strong attack to reduce the charge time. Okay, so that is an important thing as well. So let's try doing that. Okay, so I can see how that's useful. So basically what that does is if you do like an X attack and then hold X, you like rapidly charge the big hit. So you do an X attack and then you hit X. And it lets you combo that in. It can't combo into itself though, so we just tested that. So here's YYX. It doesn't let me hold it in there. Okay, never mind, it does. All right. Or maybe that was just an attack. Let's try to get this going. Okay, you can. So you have to do it as soon as that attack ends. So for your YYX, when you do the second hit, so that's YX. It's very easy to combo into that. YYX. And then you hold it. Like right as the second attack ends. So that's pretty good comboing with a base class. That's pretty... Oh, and you can even do that. That's pretty big damage, to be honest. That's good damage compression. You can see there you can get that charge right away. That's good pressure, too. Yeah, as long as you time the X well. You can kind of hear the timing off the controller. So here's like the timing on that one. Yeah. That's not bad. So pretty much like around when the attack ends. So it can combo off of pretty much anything. But I don't think it can combo off of itself. No, it can't. So you can do like YX, X, YYX, X, and then YYYX, X. That's pretty, that one's really good, especially if you're like charging it up, like off of an enemy. Like, assuming it's like attacking you a lot. Obviously that was a bad example, but you'd kind of get some distance. Yeah, something like that, because then you can kind of zone with that. Or even just kind of hit things far away. Now obviously if you get the launch off, it'll push them out of the range, so the launch is probably a little bit safer to use. It's definitely faster. I would say this is like probably one of the better combos. Alright, let me actually hit him though. He has our weakness, so that's unfortunate. But like if an enemy's doing an attack, you can just kind of roll off to the side, do the YYX combo, then continue to roll. It's pretty good, actually. I actually like that. It's fun. So yeah, that's it for this one. If you found this useful, if you enjoyed this, definitely like the video and subscribe. It turns out only 15% of people who watch my content are subscribed, which is very unfortunate. So if you would subscribe, that would be amazing. But aside from that, definitely drop a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm going to be covering every single class in this game, basic guide and then advanced. The basic classes I'm not going to do advanced guides for. So like the starting classes, I won't do advanced guides for because there's no need. You're not going to be using these starting classes like late game that you would need an advanced guide, and they're very simple. So as long as we cover the basic use case, like this, like these, you know, the basic X combos, all the stuff, the class abilities, stuff like that, we pretty much have them covered. So yeah, thanks for checking this out, and I'll see you in the next video.